Hello and welcome to my video on Operation Inner Space. I used to have this game for the Windows 95, which was my first computer, and it was published in 1993, I believe. And from what I gather, only works on 32-bit systems. So I've not actually been able to play this in a long time. I managed to play it last time. I managed to play it about 3 years ago on my laptop. It happened to be 32-bit. So I managed to play it for a bit then, and I won't even go through all the hoops I've had to jump to try and get this to work on Windows 8. It's well, it's not actually running on Windows 8. I'm actually running it on Windows 3.1, but long story. Now this is a great little sci-fi spaceship game, and what you have to do is you obviously pick your ship, as I've just done, which is the one I had when I first played this game. And you have to go into your computer, go through all the programs, and select all the icons of all the different programs and files and things. And in doing so, you have to obviously traverse the game system, the other ships in the game, and they've got different relationships between each other. And you've obviously got your guns, and you get into fights and have races. So this is going to be a video on the first 3 waves, I think. And this is wave 1. This is the first wave of the game. And from what I remember, no, there's no battles, I don't think, in these first 3 waves. So it's just going through and talking about the different aspects of the game. Now what we have here is, this is the ambulance that comes and saves you. If you're, well, you have to call it using the H button, the help. It's H for help. And then it comes and it takes you in and takes you to a port, which you'll see many times in these videos, because I've obviously had to use it. And what it does there is allows you to repair your ship and buy new weapons and upgrades and everything. So it's like the upgrade bit, but it's during the game as well. Now what I'm doing here is trying to traverse a minefield, well, not minefield, asteroid field, I suppose. And you have to collect the icons. The icons are they're the main point of the game, once you collect all the icons in the game. Or gone through all the directories, and because you can destroy them as well if you want to. But then different things happen depending on your actions as well, which is quite cool. And the icons are actually used as credits for when you go into the help section to obviously upgrade your ship and everything. And I used to have a joystick before when I played it on Windows 95, and it's a heck of a lot easier with that. What I've actually done is I've used Xpadder and modified my Xbox 360 controller to be able to try and play it, and I'm not gonna lie, it took me a lot of getting used to again to sort of play a game like that. Obviously it's not as easy as with a joystick, but I have managed to do it. Yeah, so for these for most of the videos actually, I still haven't really learned how to do it properly again. But anyway, as you can see, you get all the icons, and then the sidebar disappears. And the idea is not to bang into everything like I've just been doing. And then that's when you complete the wave. Or you can leave the wave whenever you actually want to leave the wave.
Select destination.
It's up to you. But all the icons need to be taken from each directory, and then that's when you complete the actual directory itself. And eventually you'll have almost all of them green. Apart from, there is ones for racing, so you can have one where you go in and just specifically have a race, and there's dueling ones as well. So during the course of the game, you'll get into a fight with someone with one of the ships from the opposing team, and he'll say that he wants to challenge you. So what you can do at that point is you can leave and then go to the challenge arena and actually enter the challenge arena, and he will enter as well, and then you have a fight to the death, which I think is a really cool feature of the game, allowing you to settle your disputes that way. As you can see here, I'm in a bit of trouble at the minute, and hopefully I call the ambulance fairly shortly. What does happen over time is, though, your body, obviously apart from your wings, obviously my wings are dropped off, apart from them, they don't grow back, but your engine, for example, the health goes up, the thrusters go up, the guns go back up as well. So if you don't bang into anything for a while, you can actually sort of repair yourself a bit. And one of the things that the AI will do is they will, for some reason, decide that a ship wants to destroy a boulder because it's a hazard. And if you help that ship destroy the boulder, then he will like you more, and then he'll come to your aid more, and various other things as well. Ships generally only go into one direction, so they'll follow you around with their directories and stuff. Generally, if you've encountered a specific ship in a directory, then they will normally appear a lot more. Yes, here we go. We're entering the ambulance or the help portal now. And this is like you going into your computer, into the centre of your computer, dock and heal, and restock and stuff. As you can see, it says on the left-hand side, click here to play Inner Demon. I will explain what that is when it does actually happen, because it's happened a few episodes in the future. And it's basically one of the ways you can complete the game as well. There's two ways you can do it. You either play the Inner Demon mode, which just happens randomly as you're playing, so at any point you can be sucked in to what will happen later. And if you do that 4 times, complete that 4 times, you actually that will mean you complete the game. Or if you manage to collect all of the icons, or complete all the directories really, whether that's destroying the icons or collecting them. And then you have to fight more Inner Demon, which is one of the options when you're choosing which folder you're going to invade. And that's another way to complete the game. So you've got 2 ways to complete the game. One's, I don't know, they both take about as long as each other, but doing the Inner Demon game is actually really, really difficult. Because you can get sucked in at any point, so you might not have full health, you might not have all of your shield, you can't use any of your special weapons that you have, for example like my missiles. It doesn't work like that at all. And I should mention, one of the things you saw there right at the end is me enabling my shield, which is the special feature of this ship. Its wings collapsing around it, so it can't be, so it takes a lot more damage, but you can't collect icons when it's like that, you can't collect fuel when it's like that, and you can't shoot your special weapons either. You can only do the normal shooty lines that it does. Which, I don't know, I suppose it makes up for the, it balances it out really, because you could just, or you just go into your protective mode all the time really. What a lot of other ships do is, they have a cloak, so they'll just be able to turn invisible for as long as they want. And while they're doing that, they can only fire normal bullets as well. It's exactly the same as this one, just a protective mode, but it's being invisible rather than actually having a barrier up. And I think they're the only, I believe, to the best of my knowledge, they're the only 2 sort of like special defences that there are, apart from the different weapons obviously as well. There's lots of different factions on the game. So there's an obvious good side and an obvious bad side. Although I'm on the Avengers, and don't know, they're in between. They could go either way. They're generally seen as good. Actually, no. They're the good ones. That's right. They're the pure good ones. But you are free to do however you want. I mean, you can become a part of the team and be friends with all the members in your team. Or you can literally just attack anyone with a ship you need all the time. And every ship will come after you and try to kill you. So the game really does change a lot depending on every single action you do. Sometimes you'll get an enemy ship attacking, or a ship that might be enemy to your team might be deciding to destroy a boulder. So you go and help him destroy the boulder, and all of a sudden, despite the fact your teams don't get on, you can get on with that other ship, and he will then possibly come to your aid when other people are after you. Anyway, that's been the end of my Inner Space episode, so thank you very much for watching, guys, and tune to the next one. Bye bye.